Hi. It's exciting again to be with you all. Let's see who's jumping on. Oh, looks like I've got some crew in from California. I know one of you is even joining us from Disneyland tonight. Welcome. I think it worked really well for us last time to also go live in Facebook, so we'll do the same thing again. And I am actually really excited about tonight's topic. While we are doing that, I'll go ahead and bring up this really cool handout. I'm not sure if what I want to do, we're going to do this a little bit different, is I want to make sure that you have access to this handout. And I know I will be putting this up on our Facebook group, but okay, awesome. Let's just go ahead and do this. Add a title. Title to my thing is Emotions, Sleep, and Stress. Okay. Cool. Okay, so let's who is on tonight? Hi from Disneyland, Miss Sarah. Love that. We are also going live on Facebook tonight, so that is pretty cool as well. Tonight's topic, I'm going to jump right into that. Those of you who are on here live, I think you get the most out of this being on here live, because then you have an opportunity to comment, ask your own questions of myself and also our moderators. Okay, so this is fun. And those of you who are watching on our Facebook Live, welcome as well. I am not able to, of course, connect with you or comment live on the Facebook just because we are running this Zoom. So tonight we are covering the topic of stress, sleep, and emotions. And just to kind of let you all know, those of you who are customers and product users on the line, we have a lot of people who are very knowledgeable in regards to essential oils on the group chat tonight. So if you do have any questions, please know that you can take those to group chat. I'm not always able to answer those right away, but we do have a lot of moderators. So if there are questions you have in regards to anything that I'm saying or sharing tonight, this is a really powerful topic. In fact, this is probably some of the top reasons people come to essential oils, right? Is to help with their stress and sleep. And I'm just curious with how many of you tonight on here came to essential oils in hopes to find answers to your own issues. What I'm saying issues, meaning your sleep and stress issues. I'm really just curious. Is that something that even today that you are using essential oils for? And what are your favorite oils? What are your favorite oils for stress and sleep? Okay, what are your favorite oils? Put it in the chat. I want to hear. And we're hoping maybe we'll even cover some of those favorite oils tonight. Is your favorite oil Serenity, right? Rachel mentioned Adaptive. Is her favorite oil Adaptive? Okay. I'm going to have to tell you, Rachel, that is one of my favorite oils. Okay. Just to tease you all. Those who don't have Adaptive or those who do have Adaptive, cheers. Let's take a big breath. So we are in February and it's February 10th. We're in 10 days into February. And I always want to make sure that those of you who are on here live know the promotions that are run in February. We have a brand new oil that you can only get as the free oil of the month with your PV or your order between the 1st and the 15th. So you have 5 more days to order 125 points. And those of you who are unfamiliar with that, that's point per dollar within doTERRA to get that free oil. Okay, so this is a relaxing one, a cleansing one, soothing. It's actually a really great oil for our topic tonight. Now at Yara Palm, it's 10% off. We also will be covering yarrow pomtonite and how powerful this particular oil is. Now, one of the cool things is they're doing a 200 PV promotion every quarter. And this month, if you order 200 points or 200 PV, you get this 4-pack of products from On Guard, the On Guard family. And that's an On Guard roller, On Guard itself in a dripping form in the 15 ml, the hand sanitizer spray, which I don't know about you, but literally in each one of my kids' lunch bags is a On Guard hand sanitizing spray. And then of course the refill for our soap. Now the winter protection kit, I have to make sure that I cover that tonight. That one is a really, really valuable kit because you're getting a diffuser in there with some of the more powerful winter protective oils, especially what's kind of happening now within the frenzy of the flu and the frenzy and scare of sick kids and sick family. We want to make sure that we stay as healthy as possible. So without further ado, let's jump into tonight's topic, which is our wellness education series. We're covering stress, sleep, and emotions. And I want to recognize that we have only a few more weeks together. Those of you who are attending live, we have this week, then we have excuse me, let me just double check real quick. We have the 17th, and then our last class is the 24th, right? So you'll be hearing from me on the 17th, and then one of my leaders on the 24th, because I am going to be attending Diamond Dash the last week of February in Prague, the Czech Republic. I'm actually one of 60 individuals being trained under Elise Shedeby. So I'm really, really excited. Those of you who don't know who Elise Shedeby is, she is the highest ranked distributor in doTERRA, and she is sharing our magic secret sauce with the 60 of us, and I'm really quite excited. So I'm going to ask you a question about, your stress, sleep, and emotions. And you don't have to share this with us. It's not a test, but I just want you to either take a blank piece of paper or just think to yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 0 being not at all, and 10 being this is a really big problem. I want to ask you 3 questions. How often are you aware of being stressed in your daily life? How often are you aware of being stressed? So 0, not at all, or 10, this is a big problem. Your awareness. Okay, the second question I want to ask you to answer for yourself is how concerned are you about the quantity and quality of your sleep? Okay, if this is something that you don't ever have any problem with, again, 0, not at all, or 10, this is a really, really big problem. And the third one I want you to answer for yourself is how frequently do your emotions feel difficult to manage appropriately? Okay, so the first one's about the awareness of your stress levels. The second one is about the quantity and quality of your sleep. And that third one is how frequently do your emotions feel difficult to manage appropriately? Okay? And if this is a big problem, then you're going to want to take notes for tonight because we have some tools to help you with. So let's talk about the mechanical ways of our emotions and where that control tower is within our brain. So if you see, this is a head that's been cut in half, where you can look inside of the brain. You can see that tiny control tower in your brain, the hypothalamus. Now, when you experience stress, the hypothalamus orders the brain to send out stress hormones, right, to the rest of your body. And these are designed to protect you, right? If a lion was running at you, this hypothalamus would be the little friend that tells you to run, right? And makes you have that surge of energy, of fear to run, right? But what happens when frequent or prolonged, this can bring devastating effects on your physical and mental well-being. How many of you feel like you're always in this state of the lion chasing you? From the moment you open your eyes, okay? Let's move into the symptoms of chronic stress, okay? Are you always irritable, right? Do you feel like you are experiencing anxiety and depression? I can't tell you how many people share with me that they suffer from anxiety and depression. And one of the things I often say is, how could you not in this technological age of comparison and social media, right? Where the moment that you open your eyes, you're looking on Facebook and looking to see what everyone else and anyone else is doing. And of course, we're moving into that space of anxiety and depression, okay? Other symptoms of chronic stress or where the raised cortisol levels are headaches, not sleeping, rapid mind, poor immune function, and increased blood pressure. So if this is a big problem, okay, we're going to try to give you some solutions to help and support you tonight. Okay, how many of you are excited about this? Okay, this is something that I am excited about. In fact, okay, we're going to talk about sleep a little bit. 70% of problem sleeping are related to psychological issues, meaning only 15% of not sleeping is environmental. What do you think it means by environmental? Okay, the dog barking, it's too hot, it's too cold, my pillow's not soft enough, my husband snores, okay? And 15% is medical, meaning the medical part is maybe your body or your blood pressure is preventing you. Now the other part, 70% of your problem sleeping, okay, are related to psychophysiological issues. So think about this in regards to, this means your mind. Your mind is preventing you, right, from sleeping. So why is this important? Sleep is actually the golden chain that binds us together. Okay, binds our health together, excuse me. This is one of my very favorite books, okay, and if those of you who know me personally know that I am in a quest to be happy. Those of you who get to hang out with me on a personal basis know I love to be happy. But guess what? The truth is that I'm not always happy, and that's okay. But I do make sure, oh, by the way, this book, by the way, is Be Happy by Hank Smith, okay? This individual is a member of the church that I attend. I know it's a $10 book, but it's got some really awesome nuggets in here. And the one that I want to share with you tonight is gives you top 10 things, top 10, the science of being happy. And the number 9 piece to being happy is, guess what? Getting enough sleep. So happy people get enough sleep. What? Right? Sleep is important to all kinds of things, including happiness. And I'm reading this right from the book. But it doesn't stop there. Did you know that your body heals only when you are sleeping? That's why you feel totally wasted when you get a bad cold or the flu. It's your body's way of telling you that you need to go to sleep so it can get on with its job of healing. Okay, you may not have known that, but I'm sure you know this. People who don't get enough sleep are crabby. There's not a person alive who hasn't gone head to head with a sleep-deprived grump. And when you don't get enough sleep, nothing works as it should. And it's very tough to be happy under these conditions. Okay, one study even showed that healthy sleep is correlated with how much money you'll make. Right? And we've had such a shift through the centuries of time, right? Before we had electricity, before we had a light bulb, when it got dark, you went to sleep. And when you woke up with the light. And we think about the natural progression of light, right? We were getting a lot more sleep. But how many of you, I want to point out, how many of you get 8 to 10 hours of sleep and are still not feeling rested? Okay, this is a huge issue. So, and if that's you, if you are getting that 8 to 10 hours of sleep, then we need to talk a little bit more about your supplementation and what you're not taking and what you should be taking. But let's jump into the stress, sleep, and emotions piece of the nightly regime. Now, I'm going to suggest some products I use to help and support me when I have trouble sleeping and trouble getting to sleep. That's one of the most annoying things for me, and I'm sure as many of you, is when you're lying there and you're exhausted and you can't get to sleep because your mind is racing. So we're going to talk about some of the supplements that doTERRA has to support this, and then also some of the oils. So nightly regimen are Serenity soft gels. Did you know we have a sleeping supplement? Right. So Serenity comes in a rollerball form. At Christmas time it did. It comes in an oil form, and then also a soft gel. And this particular soft gel calms the nervous system and really helps create a healthy relaxation and sleep. Now, copaiba soft gels. Those of you who have been in my continuing education for a while know that copaiba and frankincense are what? Maximizers and amplifiers. When we take those products with oils, they do amplify the effect of what you're taking it with. So copaiba soft gels help to soothe anxious feelings and really help promote homeostasis and rest. Now, an alternative nightly regime, and I would even go as far to say, if you need what I call a bigger powerhouse, then you might want to include our friend, the adaptive soft gels. How many of you are taking adaptive soft gels for sleep? Okay, I take 2 of these in the morning, and then I take, I partner 1 of these with copaiba and serenity soft gels at night. Yes, I do take all 3 of those. And then oftentimes I'll take a Yarrow Palm capsule, and that one, of course, is promoting cellular health and is really great for the brain and skin. And so let's jump into a few of these ones that we just mentioned. Yarrow Palm, it comes in a pill form, and it was advertised as a cellular beauty complex. And one of the things I want to point out is what's in them. Okay, look at the essential oils that are in this powerhouse capsule. So I love this post, and I pulled this off of Facebook, that it says, I think they should be called Fuel Your Brain, Inflammation Be Gone, Detox Your Body, Viruses Take a Hike, Purifying No More Tumors, Happy Place, Skin Loving Capsules. I absolutely love these because inside of this is a powerhouse blend for brain health. Yarrow, pomegranate, celery seed, frankincense. Did you know celery seed is really great to help fight candida? Turmeric, melissa, grapeseed extract, zinc, vitamin C, and melon extract. So if those of you who have this from Christmas or haven't yet put this in your regime, look to see what a powerhouse this is. I even know that people are using this for hormone regulation, right? Isn't it so fun that I get to share these things with you live when we do these continuing educations? So let's jump into what I call the hibernation roller. Now, any of you made your own roller blend? It's really quite simple. You can buy empty roller bottles from Amazon in packs of 12 for really around $10, and you can create your own blends. Now, whenever I suggest a blend, I always make sure that, you can put these, 20 drops of each of these oils in a roller ball and then fill the rest up with coconut oil. So if I was making a blend in a bottle this size, you would put 20 drops of each one of those oils and then fill the rest up with the fractionated coconut oil. Now, frankincense is the hibernation roller. This is, again, an amplifier in this particular blend, but frankincense really helps with hyperactivity. The second blend we want to talk about in here is vetiver. Vetiver is a natural tranquilizer or a natural sedative. It really helps your mind stop the mind chatter. I really like the smell of vetiver. It comes out a little bit syrupy. So in order to put this in your blend, you actually might need like a little dropper or pop the top off to get those 20 drops because it is a little bit more syrupy. It doesn't necessarily drip out of the bottle. Now, bergamot is an oil that helps calm agitation and stress and a natural sedative. And I'm going to read to you a little bit out of the Essential Emotions book. This is another book you can get on Amazon. It gives the emotional aspect to each one of the oils. And the one that I love to share with people with bergamot is it helps people feel good enough, right? This helps people who have low self-esteem, despair, self-judgment. It helps individuals in need of self-acceptance and love. It helps invite to see life with more optimism. So I don't know about you, but those of us who want to wake up happy in the morning, bergamot is a really incredible natural sedative, but also helps us emotionally be able to process the things we need to at night so that we can wake up refreshed in the morning. Now, the fourth oil in this blend, okay, remember 20 drops of each of those, is Roman chamomile. It helps calming and relaxing. It helps soothe and clear the mind. Any of you excited about making that blend? Okay, and if those of you who need that screenshot, please just reach out to me and I'll make sure I share that with you. Now, we have 4 basic oils in what I call the doTERRA mood matrix. Now, if you look at this, this was introduced years and years ago, these particular 4 blends, and they still are 4 of my very favorites. So if you look at this a little bit like math, you can see the quadrants of fatigue and passion, right? So let's say you are fatigued and you are feeling no passion, okay? So in order to counteract those negative feelings, you would move into the quadrant of using citrus bliss, right? Which is invigorating, stimulating, motivating. Now, if you feel stressed and no peace, right, then you want to use the oil balance. Balance is a grounding blend. Now, these particular oils, the oils that are in our emotional mood matrix, are not safe to ingest. These are emotional supporting oils. So serenity, balance, citrus bliss, elevation. Elevation has Melissa oil in it, which is a very strong uplifting oil, and it's a very, very expensive oil. So it's one to think about that helps with really low mood. Now, let's talk about our new friend on the street, okay? As Rachel mentioned, we love adaptive. And I like that you said serenity and balance too. So adaptive oil this is a system. And I could not help but share with you some of the testimonials that have piped through some of the Diamond pages. And I can tell you a little bit about this oil, my experience. So just a few short days ago, I was on my way to a 5,000 person expo in Las Vegas, meaning 5,000 people will be going to be coming through this particular expo. And I was feeling a little anxious, right? How about a lot of anxious? This is something I've done before. I've done this 9 to 10 years, doing expos and sharing essential oils in this type of atmosphere. But particularly this morning, I was feeling a lot of anxiousness. And I'm talking to my sister on the phone, and she said, we were talking about her daughter and some of the challenges that she has. And I said, have you thought about using adaptive with her? Because she's, 9, 10 years old. She goes, yeah, I think I will. And it was if someone was telling me, Kathy, you forgot to take your adaptive. So let me show you how I carry my oils when I travel. This is a really cool little case, right? It's a little doTERRA case, and doTERRA comes out with things like this all the time. You just kind of have to look when you're in your back office at some of the special items, but you can see how I've got oils in this one, and you can see my little adaptive in that one, and Copaiba and adaptive go in that. But obviously I've been traveling, I need to fill this back up. But this allows me to take oils on the go, really easy and convenient without having all of these bottles. So I don't need to tell you. Let me have my friends tell you, some of the Diamond friends that we have. So these are some testimonials shared on the Diamond page. One of this particular one was from Danielle, and we'll read it together. Adaptive is my happy pill now. I have felt stress-free and chill for the longest stretch today after taking it than I have for years. I feel like it's going to help me be a more patient mama, right? Is that a win for anybody? Okay. I just gave one to my 8-year-old, and it was like magic. He went from totally worked up, screaming, couldn't have a conversation, to now playing nicely and totally calm. I also rolled some of the oil on his wrists and over his heart. Now, I do know Roger Webb, and he's an incredible man, and I love that I get to share this. When I got home yesterday from convention, my 21-year-old daughter broke down in my arms when I gave her a hug. She's been dealing with some debilitating anxiety over the last several months. Immediately opened my convention kit and gave her a capsule in the oil. And about an hour later, I heard laughing on the phone. She told me today, the last night is the very first time she has felt in control of her anxiety. And she also told me that she feels like today is a turning point in her life. There are no words for me to express my gratitude for this product. 3 of my children have pretty intense anxiety, and all 3 of them have now seen immediate results. Let me share with you some of the oils that are in here, okay? Wild orange, lavender, copaiba, spearmint, magnolia, rosemary, neroli, and sweet gum. Now the supplement itself has ahi flower and a gamma aminobutyric acid. Okay, so you've heard of GABA before. And then also, of course, some other pieces of that are unique to this particular blend. So if this is something that you or a loved one tends to have problems with, this is a real gift to those of us who are taking this. Now, let me share a few more testimonials and we'll jump into the next part. I have been taking the capsules now for the last 4 days. Love it. Internally peaceful. Was having on and off depressive feelings, not the last few days. I feel motivated to do the things that I want. One of my builders once said, Kathy, are you on adaptive again? And I said, yes. I had been off of it for a little bit. And she said, you are getting things done. And I've noticed that, right? That when I am taking adaptive, I like to say, instead of steep hills and low valleys, I'm kind of having a more like regular bounce with my mood. So this is an oil that helps us in so many, many ways. Okay, moving on. Let me give you a few diffuser blend recipes that you can actually, and if you look at the little dots next to it, that means typically about 3 drops or 2 drops depending on the recipe. Yeah. This might be another one that you can screenshot. It's a lot of fun. 3 balance, 3 wild orange. Have you ever thought of putting peace, balance, and vetiver together in the diffuser? What about adaptive and wild orange? Okay, these are some really fun recipes that you can use. So let's give you a sample wellness box. Those of you who are on our wellness box monthly ordering, for about 131 PV or $145, you can get the adaptive collection, wild orange, the copaiba soft gels, and balance oil. And this would, of course, allow you to get that free oil of the month, which is Ravinsara. And over 100 PV, you get a free On Guard touch roller this month, okay? And of course, you get free product credits for every point that you order. So this is a really great way to get some of these products that help with our anxiousness and anxiety, and of course, help and promote healthy sleep and better levels of stress levels and healthier emotions. So let me share with you the spinal technique specifically for stress, sleep, and emotions. This is emobic, I believe is how they say it. So it's an emotional symphony of cells technique. And this, of course, is like we talked about last week, is a protocol specifically to a system. Okay. And we put 2 to 3 drops of each one of these oils over the back and the feet. And you rub it in and then you apply the next oil. So most all of the treatments begin with frankincense, and this particular one ends with spearmint. So this goes down and then across. So frankincense is the first, neroli, rose, jasmine, and a carrier oil. Now, neroli, rose, and jasmine come in the roller form. So if I'm applying this to someone's back, you do not just roll it down someone's back, because then your neroli is going to get frankincense in it, and your rose is going to get neroli in it. So put it on a clean part of your hand, and then put it on that person's back, so that you're not blending your roller bottles. Okay, that's just a tip when you're doing this. Now, Spikenard, Melissa, Centering Blend, which is one of our yoga blends, Douglas Fir, and Spearmint. These are some really powerful oils to help you, again, balance your emotions. Now, we enter into what I call the sharing portion of our class. So we are now, of course, those of you who are product users and love the product, thank you for being on. And many of you who are curious about getting your oils paid for, you're going to want to stay for the second half of our continuing education. So there's 3 ways, of course, or 3 types of people within doTERRA. Those of us who use oils, those of us who can't help but share oils, and then there's others of us who teach others. And you get to decide which one of those people you are. So when you are experiencing something wonderful that's made a difference in your life, you naturally want to share it with those you care about. So if you're looking for a better way to make a living and create a balanced life, building a doTERRA business means you can work from home. And you get to have a flexible schedule, and you really do help to create a financial future for yourself and to get to make a difference in the world all at the same time. So doTERRA has a very generous compensation plan, and it's really a proven vehicle to help create lasting residual income. It has been for me and my family. So today we're going to jump into the benefits of partnering with doTERRA and really see what building a doTERRA business can do for you. So the three ways that we share are, that first one's called referral partnership. So if this is someone who does not want to make an income or get their oils paid for, please, by all means, feel free to recommend those people back to myself or one of my leaders. And we can gift you a free product in referral bonuses. Okay, that's a real win. That second one is those people who enroll their friends, helps them get a little bit of extra income, and I'll show you what that means in just a moment. And the third type of person with doTERRA is someone who wants to build a team, actually create or supplement and replace their income and create a team of educators. So let's talk about what that would look like. Okay, let's say you want to pay for your product and you're hoping to become one of those individuals who has what we call free natural health care, that your oils are paid for each month. So this is the ranks within doTERRA, and you can see through each one of these levels, the purple and the blue and the green and the orange. Those are different ways that we get paid in doTERRA, and we can jump into that shortly. But someone who'd want to have their product paid for can actually make that happen just simply working 3 to 5 hours a week. Personally enroll a few people each month. What we mean by enroll is get them the same discount that you do, which is that wholesale pricing, 25% off of retail. Now, just to kind of help the numbers and really be able to see that, you can see that an elite is 3,000 of overall volume. So that's done in a month basis. If you enrolled approximately about 15 people with 200 PV kits, then you could achieve that rank of elite, which on average is about 300 to 400 a month, depending, of course, on what kits they get. Now, the average months to achieve this would be about 3 months. Again, working 3 to 5 hours. Now, if you are looking to supplement your income, then you're probably, wanting to reach for those ranks of gold, platinum, and diamond. And let me go back a moment here just to show you how simple this is. We help create elites in a weekend. Meaning in 1 week, if you are launching your business correctly and you have sampled and shared the oils effectively in the way that we will teach you, you can build an elite in 1 weekend. And we usually do that in 2 to 4 classes in 1 week's period. And then you discover those people within your class that want to do what you just did. And if you help lead 3 people to do what you just did, you hit the rank of silver, which is about $2,000 a month. So I don't know about you, but what kind of part-time gig working 3 to 5 hours a week can you get $2,000 a month, right? Pretty awesome. So now if you want to supplement your income, that supplement meaning anywhere from what, 4,000 to 16,000 a month, hey, right? Maybe that's for supplementing for some people, but for others, that's replacing their income. So this kind of individual would put 10 to 15 hours a week, and guess what? We help you know what to do with that time. Okay, we help you map out your business schedule, and it's very, very simple and clear on the actions you need to take, especially when you first start your business. And you're looking to enroll about 4 or more customers a month consistently, and looking for 1 builder a month as well. So if this is if this is a pathway that you want to take, then by all means, please reach out to me and say, Kathy, I'm curious about getting my oils paid for. And I'm really curious, what would it look like? How could I supplement my income? Now, the third pathway that people come to doTERRA for, of course, in regards to building a business, is that pathway of becoming a teacher and teaching other people and actually replacing your income. So someone who is looking at building to this level is probably going to be putting in more to 15 to 30 hours a week, okay? Actively enrolling customers and, of course, business builders or business partners to duplicate the efforts that they're creating as well, and to teach the methods that we teach other people. Now, anyone who is doing this can replace their income and make an income of anywhere from diamond, blue diamond, and presidential diamond. But something I wanted to point out at the bottom of the page, you can see, is on average, it takes about 58 months, okay? You do the math. How many years? 6 years. 60 months, not 6 years, excuse me, that would be 5 years, right? To reach the rank of blue diamond, which is 5 gold ranking individuals on your underneath you. So I don't know about you, but where else can you work that short of time, right? And be able to make that kind of income. And of course, that is monthly. So let's talk about getting your oils paid for. Okay, it can just simply begin. What are the steps it would take to get your oils paid for? So think of your friends, and I always love to say, just create a simple names list. And then you get to give your friend a sample of something that's maybe a big deal for them. Maybe they're not sleeping like we talked about tonight. Maybe they get headaches. Maybe digestion's an issue for them, pain or stress. And you get to give them a sample and allow them to try that. And then you get to tell them 3 cool things about essential oils. Then you get to teach them 3 ways to use them. You show them the kits, the end, and you show them how to get them at wholesale, right? It's actually quite simple to hook your friends up with the same deal that you get. Now, those of us who are sharing the oils at any of these levels carry samples with us. The keychain is a really simple way to make sure that the oils are always in your purse. And to sample those oils, wild orange, balance, peppermint, lavender, past tense, give people an experience that they can see the power of these essential oils and see how simple natural healthcare can be for them. Now, this is a fun intro guide that you can jot down sample usage instructions on the back. And of course, ask permission to follow up with them and to see how their experience went in just a few days. Now, it's really easy to be able to see, of course, that you can share these oils, but I wanted to point out that you have opportunities to invite people to learn from myself and my leaders. So tomorrow, today is Monday, on Thursday this week at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, we have an introduction to essential oils live. And I will be teaching people 3 cool things about essential oils, 3 ways to use them, and of course, some of my very favorite top 10 oils and how that they can integrate those into their health. So as a member of my team, a customer team or builder team, please invite people to attend this. And of course, we will help you to show them and get them registered. So this is a bit.ly /LearnOils101 to register for that. I will go ahead and put that in the chat, so you can have that as well as a direct hyperlink, and that should get you right to the registration for our class on Thursday night. So how would I send that with my friends, to my friends, okay? These are friends that you've probably given samples to that have had a really cool experience and you haven't been able to teach or get to a class. You can simply say, hey, guess what? I have a class that I'm a part of this Thursday at 7 o'clock and I thought of you. Here's the link to register. I certainly hope you can make it because I would love for you to learn more about than just the peppermint that you have, okay? So there's 4 ways we can earn income from our doTERRA business. Let's take a quick look at the first 2. Okay, you can enroll others in doTERRA to earn fast start bonuses, and of course the power of 3 bonus, unilevel and leadership bonus. So there's 4 ways, of course, we can earn income from our doTERRA business. So the fast start bonus that we have is we earn this on people we enroll and then the people they enroll. So let's say I enroll Claudia and Claudia gets a 200 PV kit. That next Friday, I get $40 or 20% from that 200 PV kit. Now, if Claudia turns around and enrolls Jane, okay, she gets 20% of Jane's order, but since I enrolled Claudia, then I get 10% of Claudia's order and the woman who enrolled me gets 5%. Okay, so this is a really cool fast start bonus that you get from people who enroll. So an active enrolling bonus. Now the next way we get paid, and of course, one thing I wanted to point out with fast start is you get fast start on anybody's first 60 days that you enroll, okay? Not just your first 60 days, but anybody's first 60 days of their membership. So if they place an order on day 50, in their second months and ordering, new products for themselves, you're getting 20% of that as well. Now, in order for someone to receive this bonus, you do have to place a 100 PV loyalty reward order on your own account to get paid. So I like to say, hey, do we become an affiliate with doTERRA and have a hyperlink and to send people ways to get these at wholesale prices? In order for you to get paid, you simply need to have a 100 PV loyalty order on your own account each month. So here's another example, okay? Lisa enrolled Megan. Okay, Megan places 3 orders in her first 60 days. One of those orders is 225 PV, another one's 78 PV, and the third one's 147. So you can see that she earns, right, earns a check for each one of those orders. And it's really cool to see that she earned about $90 for educating and enrolling Megan to doTERRA, right? It's really pretty simple. And that's just one of the ways that we get paid. Another one of the payment structure is based on structure of your team. This is a bonus, and each member really needs to place 100 PV minimum loyalty order in order to get this bonus. So this is based of customers and of course business builders, and we help you with this simple placement. So you can see you're eligible up to an additional $1,500 monthly bonus based upon just simply people who are ordering underneath you, whether they're your enrollments or not. Now, each team, meaning each little 4-pod, has to have a 600 team volume in order to get this bonus. So these greens and blues would have to have 600, and these ones, and so forth. Now, this is one that is built out over time, and we help you. We help you create this placement. We help you discover who are the people who are both committed and capable, and how you can, move into that business place. Okay, so how do we learn to share doTERRA? It is really, really simple. Okay, you set up a business mentor call with myself or one of my leaders, and then you sign up for the daily mentor calls, and everything is there. How to effectively sample people, how to host a class, how to have a business one-on-one meeting. Everything that you need to know is in our dailymentorcalls.com. And at the first of this call, I had mentioned that I'm having the opportunity to train in Prague with Elise Chedevi. And I'm really, really excited to offer also that kind of training to my team as they begin this process as well. So one last quote, and as I always love to share. When you share doTERRA, you bring hope and wellness to the people you love, your community, and ultimately the world. Selling the doTERRA way is about service, right? We show up for people. We give them experiences, and then we simply show them where to get these oils to help them have more experiences. One drop at a time and one person at a time, we are serving the world with wellness solutions. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for allowing me to coach you on this valuable topic tonight, and also this, hopefully I've taught you something new, and maybe some products that you feel like that you would feel comfortable trying for your own needs. I appreciate all of you who are on here tonight, and like normal, I will go ahead and open up the attendees piece. If any of you have questions in regards to anything I covered tonight, by all means, raise your hand and let me know, and I will try to get to those questions. So if you know how to raise your hand, you just kind of go to that more piece. You can kind of see as a participant, you can raise your hands. And we'll take just a moment and say that. Something I learned today, which I really, really liked, was to release the word stress from our vocabulary, and also the word anxiety. So think about how instead of someone saying, oh, I'm just so stressed, right? You actually are making yourself more stressed when you say that word. And how do you shift that and move the attraction towards maybe saying, you know, I just have so much to do. Okay, don't you think that sounds a little bit better than I'm so stressed? And another one too is, oh, I feel so much anxiety. Okay, can we release the word anxiety from our vocabulary, and what can we replace that with, right? And so something just to think about, and I hope that something I've shared with you tonight helps you on your journey towards happiness. And thank you for being on live, and till next week.